Hey everybody, I'm Elwirfy, and today I wanted to talk about something that's pretty important, I suppose. It's just this idea that as apps and new ideas have been developed over time, it feels like a lack of attention span has been growing and growing. And I'm not the first one to talk about this, but I do think it is important to think about the direction of upcoming tech in the future, because right now by far TikTok has blown away most of the competition in terms of attention grabbing content, because YouTube is still doing great. I'm not saying anything bad about YouTube here. Even Twitch is actually still doing pretty good, but I do think TikTok is kind of taking the lead of app development, app innovation, app development, anything related to forward progress in the market right now. Like, say for example, I go back to making YouTube Shorts, which is something I have actually thought about doing. I'm not sure what I would do on there, but again, we're just being hypothetical right now. If I were to go onto YouTube Shorts and make a bunch of YouTube Shorts, one of the issues with that is that, one, they don't count towards watch time, they don't count towards views, they don't pretty much do anything for you. I mean, you can't even earn money off of them. The only thing they're good for is gaining subscribers. And admittedly, that is a good thing, but you would hope that you'd be able to gain subscribers and, likes, comments, all that normal stuff people like with just normal videos. So YouTube trying to compete with TikTok clearly isn't actually something that's working very well, which is a bit disappointing. If only they would just make it so that way, YouTube Shorts could be monetized, so that way people have more incentive to go watch the YouTube Shorts. Because keep in mind that if you upload a YouTube Short, it takes up a slot of a video. So it's just like you upload a video, except it has to be vertical, and it's going to look really wonky if people try and go through your videos and they find a bunch of shorts. Well, no one wants to watch those, I mean, shoot. Even though I've made shorts, I actually will admit I don't personally use the Shorts app. I don't go on there. I don't find it relevant or interesting at all, because why do that when I can just go watch my YouTube videos, right? When I can watch thoughtful, longer, engaging content. Shoot, you can even make small, 50-second videos and upload them to YouTube. You don't need a short to do that. There were already videos like Shorts. Heck, I bet you could make videos that are like Shorts and just upload them as normal YouTube videos, and I bet you could probably be much more successful. You get a bigger thumbnail, the video is going to be recommended normally, and it does count towards your view duration and all that stuff. So that's something I've been thinking about too, is maybe I'll just make super teeny tiny videos that are meant to be like Shorts, and then you guys could just watch them, and I could make a lot of them super quick, so we could do a bunch of batch recording, which is really interesting. But the other thing is that on TikTok, I found out recently that they're adding ads to TikTok. So where you'll scroll, and then every once in a while you get an ad pop up, and you just keep scrolling by it. Admittedly, it's not that hard to get rid of it, because they're not forcing you to watch it yet. Oh gosh, if they force people to watch those ads with people, typically the people using TikTok, they have lower attention spans and stuff, and they're, trying to find the next funny thing or adrenaline rush. But I don't know. I don't really like TikTok as much, especially from a creator perspective, because I've made a TikTok, right? I'm not here to actually advertise it, because all I made videos was stuff about board games, and it was fine, but it wasn't anything crazy special or good. But I'll admit, I got more views on my TikTok than I do on most of my YouTube videos, which is surprising. But I guess that also goes to show just how many people there are on TikTok when you compare it to YouTube as a whole. And this can be a good or a bad thing. The good thing would be, hey, we have a larger community, and maybe eventually TikTok will be monetizable for everybody, just like YouTube did way back when. However, there is the other possibility that they never get monetized, and all the content that's made on TikTok goes to nothing. And there's the added bonus effect that it's not an American company. It's made in China, I believe, and it's very possible that someday the Chinese government could just take it away, and then all that stuff is just gone instantly, and there's nothing we here in America can do to stop that. I mean, granted, I don't think they would, because I'm sure they're making oodles of money off of advertising, because for some reason advertising companies want to invest into TikTok, even though if people already don't really watch YouTube ads, which I didn't really get any response on my last video on how many people watch YouTube ads. Most people just skip them or ignore them. You know what I mean? Nobody really clicks on YouTube ads, as far as I know. I'd be surprised if more or less people, like either way, I'd be shocked to know the results on TikTok of how people are responding to advertisements as well. But especially when you hear about investment companies investing millions of dollars into TikTok. So with the attention span, ultimately, I think declining in a way that I don't find actually to be very healthy, I would say that it would create a situation where, for people like me who've been making videos for a while, it puts us in a weird spot where, like, do we make short videos? Do we go to TikTok to make videos? Do we keep doing what we've been doing? It's hard as a small creator to know exactly what to do. And I'm not here to give you a solution to that, because it depends on what kind of content you want to make. You got to know, hey, do you want to make content that's super funny and weird? Do you want to make content that's serious? Whatever content you want to make, that has nothing to do with what platform you're operating on. If I wanted to make a romantic horror novel, right, I could still do that on Twitch, for example. I could live stream that, and then that'd be the stream, and then it would get deleted 2 weeks later. Or I could upload that same style of content onto YouTube, and it'll be there forever, and people, it'll last however long YouTube continues to go and be consumable for everyone. Then there's TikTok, right? The third kind of choice, where it will hang on to the videos forever. It has to be a smaller content form, so you either make a lot of parts, or you just make the one part and hope it blows up. And that it's about like your medium for telling whatever story or whatever, talking about whatever content you want to do. However, I would say and argue that YouTube is a better platform for making longer form content because people are used to it. Now, obviously, with YouTube content being longer, less people tend to watch a video all the way through unless it's something that can captivate their attention. And what captivates people's attention is, based on what I've seen, pretty hard to figure out, because when something has a lot of views, in order to count as a view, they only need to watch for like 1 minute, I think. I could be wrong about that, but I think they only need to watch for 1 minute. So it's really hard to know, based on view count alone, what the duration is of the watch time of people actually sitting through a whole video. Obviously, I'm come from a time, I'm 24, right? I can sit through a whole video. Like, if I click on a video, I see the time length, I look at how much time I have left, and then I watch the video. I just make sure that I have enough time to watch the video. But like right now I'm listening to a podcast that's 43 minutes long on YouTube, and it's interesting, and I might actually make a video going over it later once I finish the full podcast. I think there's a good middle line somewhere. I'm tempted almost to make videos that are super duper short, that may as well be the size of a YouTube short, but be as long as a regular YouTube video, and see how that does. I don't know how it'll do. It could be great. It could be terrible. We just have to find out. Right? We just have to figure out what we're going to do. Which is okay, because a big part of content creation, especially for people who think about wanting to be a content creator, for a job and such, I would say don't look at TikTok, because TikTok isn't monetizable, and it's not something very sustainable, because there's been some studies done of people making really big TikToks, and then nobody from their TikTok wants to come over to their YouTube channel, to their Twitch, to Twitter, Instagram, wherever the heck they want to go. Typically, they don't translate very well, which is also interesting, because you'd think that if someone has 1.6 million followers, they'd have 1.6 million subscribers, or even if it's less, like, at least 1 million of those, but they don't. Typically, there's actually little to none of transition, like, depending on your personality, of course, which is really weird. You'd think there'd be more transition, but there's not. And I think that has to do possibly with the audience being like TikTok is made for the generation after me, right? And perhaps their attention spans, the way we've raised them, the way TikTok works is just so much more appealing than going to any other longer form platform. And I think that's part of the reason why live streams are also struggling as well, because live streams are very long pieces of content. And I'll admit, I don't even watch live streams as much as I used to, just because of work and life and stress. I don't have time to sit through a 3-hour long one. And that's why I try and make these videos shorter. I'm trying to keep them about 10 minutes. So that way I still get my enjoyment of making a longer style video and being able to talk about things I want to talk about. Yet at the same time, it's not my, hour plus videos that no one really sits through and watches through. And if you have made it to the end, I really do appreciate you for being here and sticking around. As always, guys, I'm Elwirfy, and I will definitely be seeing you guys next time. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you soon. Thank you.